Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Aries. Aries, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Aries as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, or South Node sign. Shout out to the full moon. Full moon in Aries is coming up this week, so I was like, let me do an Aries reading. I know I did not post most of the signs for this month. I only did Libra, and I might only do Aries until we go into November because I was moving from the end of September through most of October so far. So I'm already behind, and I'm still trying to recharge after this move. I'm still kind of tired, still kind of burnt out from doing that. So we're going to start fresh in November. In the meantime, between time, I will have other content that I'm posting on Patreon, on YouTube members only, and I do a lot of lives on TikTok. So make sure you're following me on other platforms outside of just YouTube, because I'm doing more other types of content, not just monthlies, okay? So yeah, this is going to be a crossover between Aries reading plus some full moon messages. This is like the last full moon we're having on the eclipse cycle with Aries and Libra. So it is still pretty significant, still maybe a bit heavy, still might feel like you're releasing in a lot of emotions and things surrounding relationships coming to a close or going to the next level. So I did a little pre-shuffle for you guys. Let's flip over your cards and see what came out here. All right, first card we got is Surrender Procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal. Instead of putting it off, taking action will attract success. Now this is actually, it was a little surprising initially, but it's not that surprising because the full moons are about releasing, and Aries is about taking charge, taking action, jumping in head first into things. And so some of you need to release this procrastination energy and tap more into your Aries energy, your fire energy of just going for things, not thinking so much, not waiting around. Like a lot of you guys right now, or all of us to some capacity, are sitting on things that we're like, okay, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start doing this. Especially like going into the new year, New Year's resolutions. We're like, you don't need to wait until the new year to start getting in a new mindset, to have healthy habits, to try to incorporate different things. And the reason why you're procrastinating is because you have outdated beliefs about yourself. All right, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar into your life. So you have some limiting ideas, which is causing you to procrastinate, right? And this can be perfectionist tendencies or fears of failure or self-doubt or imposter syndrome, which is causing you to not do the things that you need to do. This is not just for Aries, this is for everybody, but you know, it's Aries reading, so you probably have Aries placements, but I'm just saying, this is the energy that we are needing to release. It's like, it's a mindset, okay? It's not about just physically moving your body. It's a mindset that you are incapable, or you don't know where to start, so you're not going to start, or there's so much work to do, so you're not going to do any work. Stuff like that. That's procrastination. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Okay, so there's with this full moon, and Aries is still in Chiron. Chiron being the wounded healer, insecurities. Some of us, we have been saying that we were going to start working on getting closer to people, letting other people come close to us, be more vulnerable. Haven't gotten around to it yet. So let's pull some shadow work here. I really want to get some shadow work energy for this full moon. What is the shadow work for Aries? Shadow work. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North, South Node. What is the shadow work that Aries needs to tap into during this full moon? Ten of Pentacles, reverse, Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups. Let's see. Let's start with that. Use my shadow work booklet. Okay, so the 10, oh, we got the Queen of Cups already right here. You need to act with conviction regarding a significant relationship, nurturing and emotionally supportive. So this is the shadow work. So the energy also the Mars is in Cancer right now, and that is square to Aries. Aries and Cancer are square to each other, which means that they don't always see eye to eye. There's conflict there. They don't have the same way that they approach their goals, even though they have the same goals. And so some of you guys need to be really practicing empathy, practicing listening, or, feeling through things, not just acting on things when it comes down to your relationships, and being more supportive emotionally, because Aries is like innately not the best sign for, the super soft and nurturing type of energy. Aries is like, I'm gonna give it to you very bluntly. I'm gonna tell you the truth about this, whatever. And so, yeah, with this Queen of Cups in the shadow work position, it's saying, hey, sometimes people don't, relationships don't require all that tough love. It's like sometimes you really need to be just loving. You need to be softer. You don't need to be so harsh in the connection, okay? Or allow people to love you and nurture you. That can be another way it's presented. So Queen, 10, so, okay, here we go. 10 of Swords. Seek or embrace the fulfillment that comes with a partnership that will help you both attain a great, safe life. So again, this is about partnerships. Reverse, obligations, missed opportunities, and burdens. So Aries is also one that prefers to go at things alone, to do things on its own. And so there might be also a lesson in learning when is it appropriate to do things by yourself, and when do you need somebody's help. Because some of you let pride get in the way of allowing people to help you achieve your goals. All right. 7 of Wands. You are right. Hold your ground. Any lack of integrity will be your greatest downfall. Value and integrity. So 7 of Wands in your shadow work position. Now, that can be, it being in a shadow work position, it could mean that sometimes you are a bit too much in holding your ground, too defensive about things, too, needing to prove your point. And it's in a very rigid way. It can be in a very strict way where you're not always aware that you are having these extremely, extremely strong boundaries. Now, boundaries in itself, not a problem, but it's just sometimes the rigidity that we have with them that can be like off-putting at some points. And then the last card, there is a loss or defeat you must accept and work to overcome. Defeat and argument with the 5 of Swords. So that's not going to be for everybody. That'll be for those of you who have gone through some type of miscommunication or breakup, misunderstanding, trying to figure out how to move forward from that. All right, so let's see, what does Aries need to stop procrastinating on? Okay, what do we need to let go of this procrastination energy for Aries under this full moon? What is procrastination coming from? Crying or release? Whoa. Oh, what is the procrastination coming from? Where is this procrastination coming from for Aries, and how to get it out of here? Someone better hit an enemy. Okay. Let's start with that. Fight for it. Okay. So I'm kind of getting here with the crying or release card being the first one that came out. As I was saying, like with the Cancer energy and that kind of friction that you might be feeling, there's procrastination because you're not like, you're just holding all this energy in. Like you're not releasing, like you need to be letting energy out. All right. So like energy has to have a place to go, and it has to be going to the right places, because if not, then it's going to get misdirected. And or for some of you, it's kind of coming out or showing up as frustration or irritation, irritability, where it might be some type of pain that is underlying that needs to be felt. You got 2 different types of hair here, dark hair, light or colored hair. Maybe switching up your look, switching up your hair is something that you have been procrastinating on, and that may give you a little boost of some kind, some motivation, and also make you feel better about yourself. For some of you, I'm seeing this energy of like you haven't been taking care of your hair, or you haven't been like keeping it up, or it's like your hair is a reflection of how you're feeling mentally at the moment. And some of you have just kind of like, maybe you've been depressed, you haven't been doing anything with it, and it's saying like, just do something with your hair. Like, get your hair done. It's gonna make you feel better. Okay, it'll reflect your mood and it'll change your mood, is what I'm getting from that. You have writer. Again, releasing that energy, expressing yourself, opening up your throat chakra. All right, I have some other things here that I kind of want to clarify. What's the fight for it here regarding Aries? The fight for it. Okay. Past or past life. So again, some of you, like, you're gonna have to fight through those limiting beliefs that you have, or your fears that you have, and really go for what you want, and not, like, again, procrastinating on opportunities that come towards you right now. It could have been like, maybe you were doing good with that, or maybe you were being too impulsive, then you went to the other side, and now you're not like going after anything that you really want. So it just depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. And then you have guilt here showing up. I think this card has come up a few times in your readings, honestly, that guilt. I don't know why you're experiencing guilt, either for, maybe you feel like you're being selfish, or maybe people have told you that you're being selfish, and you're like, well, this is what I want. And so you feel guilty for wanting things now. All right, let's see what's going on in Aries. Let's see what's going on in Aries relationships here. I think this is how I'm going to start doing my reading layouts. I feel like this is what I did in the past. Break it up, readings. This is relationships, then I'll probably do some general or career, something like that. What's the energy for Aries in their relationships right now? What is the energy for Aries in their relationships right now? What's happening? Ooh. What? Hold on. These cards are going crazy. What's the energy for Aries in their relationships? World card in reverse. I'm kind of getting like there's just like a lot of either like coldness or rigidness, and for some of you, I hate when they come out like this, or like four cards at a time. So you got the Three of Swords. So some of you, again, you're going through this separation phase. I'm gonna clarify, why is the Three of Swords here for Aries? Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, and why is the Ten of Wands here for Aries in their relationships? Ten of Swords, and the World card in reverse. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like some of you feel like something ended in a weird way, or you're just kind of having this uncertainty about where things are going now. But I'm getting that, like, if this has not happened this week, or this hasn't happened yet, some of you this already happened, but I feel like for a lot of you, you did go through a separation or some type of argument, something that was really harsh, because we got the Queen and the King of Swords here. And this is not just romantic. This can be your friends. This could be family. This is like something that, harsh words were exchanged, or it was like a very complex situation, especially if this was with an air sign. You've been having a lot of air. Could definitely be an Aquarius. With the Star card here showing up, a lot of air shows up in your readings lately. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Libra is here also. Justice card in reverse. But yeah, your relationships feel like right now, something is very burdensome. Something is very stressful with them. Or it was stressful until it got cut off, or you cut them off, or, there was a severance of some kind here. For some of you, maybe feeling like it wasn't fair the way that it ended, or it didn't end in a way that felt very balanced, or like there was closure. It just kind of was like very sudden. But you do have the Ace of Wands here that was clarifying the Three of Swords. So And over here under all the other cards, it says there's someone better. So for some of you, like, some of you could have been procrastinating, cutting off somebody you were supposed to cut off. You're holding on to people, whatever. But now that dead weight's kind of gone for a lot of you with your relationships here, whoever this was, could be Cancer too. I feel like that's what you need to actually, you need like a push. Some of you just needed a little push, a nudge in the right direction, and some of you, the separation is what gives you that fire, that spark to get writing, get creative, release emotions, move forward, what you need to do. And oftentimes that's what happens. Sometimes when you have a breakup or separation, you stop procrastinating, because relationships are very much distracting a lot of the times. So you stop procrastinating on your work, your things, your personal development, because the relationship was distracting you. And I've been seeing in your readings the last few months, there has been very distracting relationships, or ones that haven't been the best to progress with you. All right, so what else is for Aries as far as, you can say career, personal development, and advice? Anything there for Aries? Death card, career development, personal advice. Career development or personal advice for Aries. Career development, personal advice for Aries. 7 of Swords. Can we clarify the Death card, Scorpio energy? Can we clarify the Death card, the Devil card, and the 7 of Swords? Okay, so, I kind of feel like this is an opportunity to stop running from certain things, to face certain things. With the 5 of Swords here, where's the 5 of Swords about? Let bygones be bygones type of thing. Let people do them. You move on with your life. And, that's that. Okay? Because I'm kind of feeling like, again, I don't even know what felt. Oh, the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I'm kind of just feeling like certain relationships were either reinforcing some ideas, mindsets about you that you have outgrown, or causing you some avoidance of facing things that you need to face. The Death card, toxic relationships, toxic cycles, energy with people. Could be with a Capricorn as well, but this ending to that. This is an ending to that, to letting go, releasing the ways of being before. Could be arguing, anything that was unhealthy, anything that was distracting you. And yeah, in your readings the last few months have been a lot about somebody, something distracting you, pulling you off course, pulling you away from your passions, your hobbies, pulling you away out of your feelings here. So now you're able to progress. Got 2 knights here, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Progress in a better way, a healthy way, a more emotionally stable way. Okay. All right, what is the final advice for Aries? 6 of Swords. Moving forward, transitioning, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, something very solid, something, Page. A lot of Pentacles here now. 6 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I do see you moving forward. A lot of you, you are stuck in a cycle, Ace or 5 of Swords. I think this is what your shadow work was saying too, where, when you just like constantly arguing with somebody because it's usually out of ego, you want them to understand you. You want them to finally agree with you. I think a lot of you need to get out of this mindset of, I'm going to continue fighting for this or trying to make this person understand me, because then it can validate some belief you have about yourself. But you don't need anybody else to validate you in order to move forward. You don't need closure in order to move forward. You don't need an apology in order to move forward. You don't. A lot of you are moving forward regardless, and it's going to be something very much more abundant. But you have to let go of this energy of, trying to prove yourself in the dynamic, or, figuring out if it's worth losing, you know, trying to win an argument. Is that worth losing the whole relationship? Some of you maybe even have a problem with that, where if you're arguing, you need to win the argument, and if you don't, then you cut it off, and then you and the person never see eye to eye. So it can go that way too. All right, that's gonna take a lot of like self-awareness and a lot of humbling yourself. With the Strength card, it's about humility. All right, humbling yourself to recognize where you're wrong, where you need to apologize, where you're not always right, where conflict doesn't need to always be like a I win, you lose, ha 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 type of thing, because that also can be pointing to a fear of intimacy, where, you know, you're just always pushing people away, defensive, always in defensiveness, and then, you know, you don't have anybody around you, because nobody wants to be around that energy either, where people are always like trying to fight with you, argue with you. Okay, so if that's you, the type of Aries that does that, then, you know, you need to check yourself there and figure out why you have these limiting beliefs about yourself that you want people to really just agree with you, and you're defending yourself to the end. And if not, then they gotta go, because that's also not fair. Like, you're not always going to agree, but that doesn't mean that you need to, you know, cut somebody off every time if you don't agree about something, you know. So there's a fine line. So Aries, find it, find the fine line. Okay, I don't have my blunt truth in here. I would have gave you a blunt truth read, but yeah. So that's the energy for the full moon. I am doing an exclusive Q&A on my Patreon. It'll also be on YouTube members only, so sign up for that. Link is in the description box down below. If you want to ask me more questions about your chart, what's happening, you want us to talk about anything else, subscribe to one of those, and that'll be posted this week. But I hope this reading resonated for you, Aries. If it did, let me know down in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so this channel can thrive. I am at Tarot by Bronx and Mind Body Bronx on everything.